Advantages, I guess, to being an incumbent. But I'm not going to do this. I mean, if we can't start by making sacrifices ourselves, I've said, forget about earmarks. We're done with those. We'll put those aside. Things like this, we don't need to have. If I send out an update, it won't be every 3 weeks right before the election. 4-color glossy brochure. It'll be a straightforward piece of information if it's determined that that's what people want. So that's what you get for your money. Yes, Sam?
Paul, I want to ask about the process between now and November.
Sure.
Because, I come tonight, I don't know you, I listen to your pitch and get to know you a little bit. But my concern is that the Republicans put the absolute best person in this race against Peters in November so that it's not even a doubt that we win this seat back.
Right.
So, is it just every Republican for themselves and just the last guy standing gets to be the candidate, or is there any Republican brain trust that sort of figures out what's our best team here and how are we going to win? Can you talk about
that? That's a good question. How do we sort this thing out? We have a primary election. I mean, our process is open, and anybody who can get the signatures can get their name on the ballot.
That's in August.
There is a sort of a Republican Party, but frankly, the party organizations aren't what they used to be. They don't have the power to sort of get in that room and knock some heads together and say, you'll be our guy. I mean, they might, but they don't even try that anymore. Now it's sort of hands off, let the best man win. And that can be helpful. Now, at first I was thinking, oh boy, having a primary election is going to cost us money and, that sort of thing. And as long as it doesn't become a divisive campaign, as long as guys like me aren't standing up there and saying, my opponent is a dirty, rotten, this, that, and the other thing, it could be constructive because it's going to allow things like Fox 2 News to come to meetings like this and to get the word out. So if we as Republicans can pledge to keep it on the up and up and bring our message to voters, then I think we have the opportunity to enhance who we are, get better known, which we need to do, no question about it, we need to do, and that'll give us the momentum to go in and take on Gary Peters. Now, while I've said money isn't the thing that we need, I don't need to outspend Gary Peters in order to beat him from a perspective. But I do have to have enough to be able to do some mailings and get on the radio and buy the yard signs and do a couple of TV ads. So I spend, and this is the worst part of the process, folks, but it's the reality. I spend almost 3/4 of my day making phone calls to people saying, hey, can I hit you up? Can I get you $100 or $1,000 or whatever they can do? Because that's what it takes in order to get to that kind of number. So my answer to your question is, yes, it's every man for themselves. But I can tell you this, whoever wins the nomination, if it's not me, I'm going to support him, because the reason I'm in this is to fix Washington, and we do that by changing the people that are there. My congressman is Gary Peters today, but I hope he won't be after November.